Hello everyone. Today we are here for yet another simulation race of a sunny league, and today it's gonna be a place where lots of MotoGP fans are very familiar with. It's Kymi Ring. It is for the first time CL will make a race in Finland, and so for the first time TheAntiAmazing is, after 90 races, is gonna be doing I hope he's gonna get his first ever home race. In the meantime, of course, his last race, which was in 2 races ago in Central Park, he got his first ever win. So the fans might be confident about him today. But yeah, that should be interesting to see. Also, Grandie and Craf will be making their home races, and potentially in the actual race, Rams will get the race. But it really depends a lot if a team will need a reserve driver. So yeah. Also, I've changed the power levels a little bit, so I guess you can say Nuno it's on max rated level, then we got Danny and Noms on -1, then on -2 it's Pool and Danny, then -3 is Santi, is there allowed, then we got -4 is Solo, Grandie and Penuches, then on -5 I believe it's Jeruni and Corvid, then -6 it's Kado and Kubo, then -7 Reese and Craf, then and also I stole his words on -7, and then -8 it's Glatz and Susev. So let's jump into the race. Let's use the AI lines version. Of course the track I believe it's gonna be changed, but for the AI that doesn't really makes that much of a difference. So yeah, let's jump into qualifying. As you can see, it's a pretty big track, and so far you cannot observe that, but it's a really long track. For the player it's 46 seconds, although I've seen here that for the AI it's like 33 seconds. That's because I increased their speed here to plus 10% speed, and that's to make the race more interesting. It also kind of shakes up the results a little bit. There's not, because the AI speed can be more varied, and so that really determines the AI results quite a lot. Okay, now looking at qualifying here, they're now about to finish the first lap, and there goes Nandi up to pole position, or provisional pole, I guess. Lap of 32.88, and we see Grandie now just 4 hundredths behind into 92. Then we got Nomskar up there in third, then we got Nuno as well. Corvid up to P5, we see also Danny. In the meantime, Buddha only P10. Kind of weird, he said he was confident for the race win. Well, let's see if he can improve on his next lap, as we see now Nandi about to finish his second lap. Oh, and he proves it even further with the 32.5, as we see also Nuno right behind, 12 hundredths behind. Noms also tied with Nuno, that's interesting. We got Grandie still in P4, we see Danny up at P5, then we see Corvid P6, Kado in P7, that's really amazing. We see also Anti in P8, you see Jeruni as well doing well in qualifying, that's not usual. We see also Buddha still in P10, that's really, I almost say like a choke there. Let's see now, and then he can keep his pole position. Yes, he can. There he goes. I don't think no more is gonna improve to a pole position. So there we go. Nandi starts from pole position. Nuno will start alongside, or maybe Noms. Who knows? They have the exact same lap, but so things can switch when the race actually starts. We see also Grandie with an amazing qualifying. He started from P4 just ahead of Danny Mate and Corvid. Then we got Kado starting P7 ahead of Anti in his home race in P8, just like Grandie of course. Then we got Jeruni and Sobo closing that top 10. Then we got Kubo starting just ahead of Buddha. So Kubo, after out qualifying Danny back in season 9, now this time he's gonna out qualify Buddha. That's interesting. Also he had qualifying me in the Central Park race. So yeah, we got Penuches in P14, starting just ahead of Kletsi. Then you got I stole these words, starting on row number 8, just ahead of Suicide. Now we got the Link Racing drivers Craf and we restarted from the back row. So restarting not gonna be happy with that qualifying. Craf certainly will want to have a much better race for his summer race fans, of course. So look like the race is gonna have a sunny start. And there we go, we are racing in Kymi Ring. So here we go, Nadi with a good start. We see Nuno still in second, I'm just following him right behind. You see now Danny Mater going side by side with Grandie. You can see now maybe going free wide into the back straight. So there you go now, Danny up into third. As you can see, lots of drivers started with the medium tires. As you can see, the top four, all the mediums. Did we see Omskar with the hards obviously following a little bit behind. As you see now Corvid now up into P5. As you see Nuno, Danny scrapping a bit. As you see Grandie also put himself in the middle. Maybe now Danny can make a move on inside. You can see now Corvid in the middle of two drivers trying to make a move there, but didn't work that well. As you can see now Corvid is gonna go for the inside move on turn 1 and he makes it pretty well. So there goes Corvid up into P4. That's an amazing start from the Australians. You can see now Sobel just passing Grandie there. Now Corvid trying to pass Danny. As you can see now it's Danny leading the way, but now Nuno is getting closer in this second lap. As you see now Corvid and Sobel going side by side with each other with Danny right ahead. And he certainly would like to escape this, but not sure if he really can. As you see now Sobel and Corvid going for the outside now. Gonna go for the inside, but yeah, that's not the easiest move to do there. In the meantime, looks like Nuno is really right on the tail of Nadi, really trying to take the lead as he takes the fastest lap. But there he goes now, he's gonna be much faster there on the straight line. Oh my god, that's really quite a lot of speed there. As you can see, this is definitely the big thing with the AI, they just change the speed just like this. So there he goes, Nuno leading the way, heading second, and you see the Sobel with an amazing third right now, with Danny now before. Then you see Grandie, also Nomskar and Corvid very close to each other. You see also Anti now with the hearts in P8, not doing that bad. Meantime, Buddha still hasn't recovered that many places. He started from P12 but he's up into P10 at the moment. After also Pinusha is only P13 after the disaster of P14 in Chris engine on the sprint race. Meantime, it's just see Sobel third. Now we see it's Danny and Corby scrapping for position here and P4. But now Danny trying to catch up to Sobel for third place. Remember, Danny is in second place in the standings, but although he hasn't got a win this season still, which is quite interesting. He has been showing the consistency, but just didn't got that one race win. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would like to get it sooner or later. And we see now Grandie going to pass Corby, so Corby is really falling behind now. Looks like he's maybe struggling with those softs. We are on lap number 5, as I said, it's a really long lap time. And so does it take that many laps for the tires to start to wear? So we still see Nuno up into the lead now on lap number 6, getting a 2-second lead. They got the fastest lap, 32.95. So still not faster than pole position lap at the moment. As you see now Noms P7 on Buddha, recovering quite some good places. There he goes now, up into P8. So Buddha really started to recover, started to get that confidence now, up into P7. So there he goes, as you see now, Noms and Anki going side by side with each other, but now Noms has got the head. In the meantime, we see Danny and Sobel battling now for third place. There he goes, Danny on the inside, can he keep it? Oh, and there he goes, he managed to block the Sobel on the exit, and so he keeps third place now. Let me go for Danny, as we see now Sobel before. Then we see Grandie now. Grandie trying to put himself into that top 4. So there he goes now, going for the inside, but he was too far behind to even make that move. So we see now things starting going more relaxing. And you see already some drivers pitting. Looks like Craf and Suicide have pitted already. So we have not that much battling happening. Looks like they're more at the back. You see Guerci and Astol Resorts battling for P14. You see Pinusha actually managed to recover to a P10 after being P14 as well. In the meantime, we see Corby going for his first pit stop. He's gonna fall behind quite some spots here. So this could certainly tell how long these pit stops are. But yeah, there goes Corby now down in P12. But that's gonna go on the move with Kubo. In the meantime, we see Reese who started from last place now up into P14. So of course, so many drivers have pitted already. You see also Kubo in P12 might not be in a really good position with when he pits. So yeah, that's something to look into. You see still now down to last, trying to maybe overtake Suicide for the P17. Okay, looking at the situation more at the front. As you see then in third, he's managed to get some lap on Sobol. Then we see the hard tire run as we see Noms Buddha. Now Buddha pit to third, but I believe that's because of Grandie and Craf's speed stops. So it might be interesting to see where Buddha will end up when he pits, or when he's going to end up at the end of this race. How much of a recovery can he do? As you see now, Nuno has made his pit stop. Now down into P4 or P5 actually. Gonna get passed by Noms. And so Nuno has got for a soft tire stint now after using the mediums for 9 laps. But there goes now. Curvy on the move is gonna pass Pinouches, of course. Pinouches doesn't have that much drift, although Curvy make his move on the straight line. You see now Carlo and Luis battling each other. Ooh, you can see Carlo's really losing a lot of time with this as we reach some really old hard tires. So let's see now Carlo on the inside. Can he do the move? And there he goes. Yeah, there he goes now. Carlo up to P11. Nice move there as you see now Grandie making his move on Pinouches. Pinouches with some old hard tires, of course. So I think only the hard ones haven't pitted yet. As you can see now. You see Nomska now up into second place. Nuno now still leading the way, of course. You see Nandi in third. Okay, Noms hasn't pitted yet, so he's gonna fall down some position. And there he goes now for his first pit stop. In the meantime, we see Corvid and Danny now battle each other, but Danny with a much better exit is gonna keep his P4 right now. So let's see Corvid on turn 3 trying to move on inside, doesn't work. Now it's Sobol trying to overtake him. Of course, Corvid has quite some old tires as he has pitted only used soft tires at the moment. And I can see who is gonna get passed by Sobol. He went completely deep there. So we got quite a huge train. He is the anti-train, I guess. As Anti hasn't pitted yet, so he's with some old hard tires. So there he goes now. Danny and Sobol try to make the move, but Anti now dives into the pits. But there he goes now, Sobol with the move on the outside. That's really amazing from the Dutchman. But there you see now Danny going for a little bit of a switchback, and now he's gonna get a much better exit there. So there he goes, Danny. Happy to further. You see now Corvy's gonna make the move as well, but he has no grip at the moment, no traction on those old soft tires. So let's see now, he's gonna try it now on the outside. Can he do it there? Oh, there he goes, Corville. Oh my god, Corville really on fire today. As you can see now, Sobo and Grandie now going side by side with each other. Then he tries to move on inside now. You see Sobo is on the inside there. And Grandie is gonna try and have a much better exit there on the outside. There he goes now, Grandie keeping P4 as Corville is going for his second pit stop already. As you can see, he's pretty much getting undercutted by the drivers who started on the hard tires. So I'm guessing that Corvy is not really having the best of strategy here. Yes, he has quite a lot of work to do now. From P10 as you see Kala with old tires here, but Anti has some recent tires, Buddha as well. Buddha making some really good progress here. You see now Noms trying to pass Sobol there, and going for the outside. There he goes now. Noms up into P5. He certainly have some work to do after that start. As he started from third place, but now he's in P5. You can see now Sobol trying to come back on him. Noms has the better tires, so he does certainly not want this. So we see what can Sobol do. Maybe move on the outside. He's gonna try it, but doesn't work well. Now he's gonna try the other way. Let's see now, yeah, but cannot find a way past Noms right now. And Noms really doing a good job here, keeping his line and defending pretty well at the same time. That's a really useful skill, as it allows you to not lose that much time in the meantime. Looks like Nuno is going for the pit stop, but now look at this! The rain is announced, light rain was announced here, and Nandi now has the 6-second lead with this. Nuno is gonna lose a lot. Looks like he has just pitted and now the rain was announced. That's a really big backlog, and who could have told that the rain would come when it was completely sunny there? So there you go, everyone going to the pits for Inters. Looks like it's gonna be really light rain. So yeah, that's a really huge disaster for Nuno, but really good luck for Nandi. Of course, then he could have won the race in Gosnov. You can see now he's not even gonna last the rain that much. So the drivers could have stayed out, but of course the AI does not know this, so they always pit every time the run is announced, which gives a huge advantage for the players if they decide to gamble. So yeah, this is really huge, as you can see now. Grandie leading the way by 5 seconds, I believe. But he's gonna stay out for one more lap, so this may allow an undercut. Here you can see Nuno now into the pits, and everyone else of course doing that. So that is pretty much part of the AI program, where if it's still a little bit wet and you have the interest, they will do one more lap. So let's see, it's cloudy. Maybe if the rain decides to appear again until Nuno makes his pit stop, we might even extend his lead now. He's 30 seconds ahead. And now let's see how much of an undercut can Nuno make from second place, as you can see. But now sunny, like more sun now, so looks like the rain will not come back. But there he goes now, Nuno going for his third pit stop. You see now Nuno trying to pass the race, who's now P15. So there he goes, Nuno now, just 3 seconds behind. It's a really good undercut. And I believe pace also has a role on this. In the meantime, looking at the fastest lap, it looks like Grandie has a lap of 32.53. That's interesting. Let me just take a look at the fastest of this driver's fastest laps. It looks like Nuno has 32.75, Noms with 32.97, we see Carvey with the 33 of Sobol there. You can see now Nuno is improving his fastest lap, 32.42, that's quite interesting. So yeah, let's see now, looks like Nuno now up into second now. I mean, he's always been in second at the moment, so very versatile, but he's really catching out Grandie. In the meantime, we got Nomskar and Danny fighting for third place. There he goes now, Noms, maybe looking for a move on the inside. There he goes now, trying to take third place. There he goes Nomskar. Nomskar now trying to come back to the points, but there he goes Danny with the switchback, retaking that third place again. Oh my god, this is a really good battle here. We're talking about two drivers who once shared second place in this season, but there he goes now, Nomskar taking now that P3, so there he goes Noms. Really great move there. In the meantime, Nuno is less than a second behind Grandie. He's really on fire with these paces. He was probably so angry that he just focused himself, and now he's really set his target on Grandie. You can see he's less than a second behind. Actually, it appears to be more now, but still Nuno really on fire. I'm talking about Grandie was 6 seconds ahead when the rain was announced. But so yeah, there he goes. He really did not enjoy having that extra pit stop, so he's really trying to come back. As you see now, Grandie tried to go for the inside of Noms there, but didn't work well. So he's trying to make his move. I think his Noms tire is really starting to become older now. Let's see Grandie. A bit on the outside, but not to have the inside line. Can he take it there? Ooh, there he goes, Danny, taking third place, but still now, Noms is gonna have much more speed there, so he retakes third again. In the meantime, Nuno trying to go for the move on the lead. He's going for the inside line, doesn't work out. You see Grandie and Nuno go side by side there. Then he keeps the inside line, he keeps the lead for now, but Nuno tries the inside once again. Doesn't work well, but now he's gonna go for the outside. Ooh, that goes completely deep there on that corner. So Nuno attempts to pass Grandie, didn't work well this time. So let's see what can Nuno do next. But yeah, he did the hardest thing, which was catching Grandie. Now he needs to find a way past him. But you can see, as there's more rain being announced, I believe some drivers that's just pity there. You can see her wrist. Oh my god, the wrist. Although actually no, he actually pitied for the wet, so just in time, but he's often unlucky with the rain, but that's not the case this time. Really quite lucky now. As you can see, Nuno losing more time than Grandie is making more distance on these dry tires, but now the rain is not going to continue. What drivers is going to pit? They're going to pit for the wets. What are they doing? The AI is pitting for wet still. You can see Danny is going to stay out on the hards. Now this is interesting. Sobo is doing the exact same thing. Buda has pitted now, but he's going to pit for the dry tires. That's really interesting now. So we are actually seeing the AI gambling a little bit now. But yeah, then he has old tires, so I don't think he's gonna be in the lead after they pit. Because he's gonna have to pit soon either way. But yeah, now we see Nuno batting for lead. There he goes, Nuno going for his move right before they go into the pits. So Nuno is gonna be leading the race now. You see he's pitting for the soft tires, Nadi on the hards. In the meantime, we see now Danny is gonna lead the way. Of course, he would certainly like to see the rain now coming again, because then he could pit. Although Nomska would probably prefer that actually, because he's on the inters and he wouldn't have to pit. So that's really interesting now. The race really is certainly shaken up now with this little rain. But he certainly got really huge effects. As we see now Nuno's now really on the lead. This race is done in second. Is he gonna pit soon? No, he's gonna stay out for. You see now Nomska has to pit for those Inter tires, so he's gonna lose a lot with this. Yeah, he's certainly gonna lose a lot. Although Sobol and Danny they're gonna have to pit pretty soon. So this kind of counts like an undercut on those two drivers. But now he's gonna have Buda very close now. There he goes, Buda, he's gonna try and pass him on the straight line. So there he goes, Buda, happy to P5. In the meantime, we see also Danny tried to pass Mater here. Danny with some really old hearts now. He's still staying out there, goes, but still he can get a much better exit on the final corner. And so he's gonna keep second place. In the meantime, we see Nandi now still in third, but there he goes now. He's gonna take second place on the back straight. Nothing Danny could do when Nandi has much more straight line speed there. So good LC engine there. In the meantime, we see Nomskar and Buda scrapping over P5 there. Because now they're gonna have to negotiate 2-5s here with Coetzee. He is now racing in P14 in no man's land, 4 seconds behind Pedal and 7 seconds ahead of Furies. But here we see quite huge gap between drivers right now. This seems to be the closest battle. Maybe there's also Pinushes versus Gironi here. Nuno has made 5 pit stops, same with Pinushes, so they seem to be in the same situation with the rain. But they are 9 seconds behind Corby. Corby has certainly lost a lot, as he has made too many pit stops at the beginning, and when the rain came in he was completely screwed up. So now he's sitting in P9 instead of maybe battling for a top 5 finish. That's really not the best for Corby there. In the meantime, we see a train of 3 drivers. It's a Mayhem sandwich with Noms in the middle. We got some Noms meat here. And yeah, it's Buda leading this train now in third, 9 seconds behind second place Nandi. And he only got some hard pit stops. Buda actually got a really interesting strategy. He pitted for the dry tires when the rain has, of course, it was a wet track, but it was announced that it would be dry very soon. So Buda pitted for the dry tires, and now that's why he's pitting in third place. He pretty much did an undercut while Danny stayed out with all hard tires during the wet stage. But yeah, you can see now Nomska going for the sideline, gonna try and take that third place, but Buda has a much better exit. In the meantime, we see Danny trying to do the same. There he goes. In the meantime, we see Kubo also in the middle of all of this. He's of course getting blue flag there. So there we go, Buda keeping third now. Danny trying to go for the sideline. Noms is on the outside. You can see now he's gonna have the inside line. Who's gonna go into the grass? Now it's Danny versus Buda here for second. Third, I mean, there he goes now. Danny. It's a really great move on the outside. Of course, Danny has better tires as he's pitted later. Now we see Buda trying to have a better exit there, but Danny's gonna keep third place now. Really good battle here, a three-way battle for third place. You've seen how Noms trying to go for the move on Buda, getting go down on the inside. There he goes now, trying to take it, but he cannot do it. You can see now Buda on the outside. He's gonna keep this position before. Is Danny now running away with third. He has better tires, of course. Noms mediums are starting to get old. The meantime, not that far away. It's Anti now in P6. That's pretty impressive. Also, really impressive his Buda race. He started from P12, but now he's racing in P4. Really amazing recovery. He's certainly showing. He's starting to get comfortable with the track on this race. Of course, drivers can have different flows in each race, which really affects pace a lot. And he just saw Sobo passing Anti there. Sobo with very new tires, of course. He had the same strategy as Nadi to stay out on the all hards. They didn't have better tires now, as you can see. That's why he managed to pass Anti so easily. In the meantime, looks like Nuno is making pit stop. Now he's in second place, of course. He's going for the soft tires. I wonder if that's not a risky decision because, you know, the rain has come quite a lot of times already. And it might appear again, and Nuno could be screwed up by this. Of course, Nani now in the lead would be happy to see that happening. But see now he's staying out again. With those hard tires. Meantime, we see also Nuno is still in second. Now Nani with much older hearts really maybe trying to fall out a bit Nuno. Trying to slow him down maybe. That will be a tactic here, but yeah, now just keeping the distance behind. Meantime, we got more battle here. Promotions versus Journey. These two have been battling for quite a while, as you can see. You see now Journey going for the sideline. There he goes, he's gonna take P10. This is of course the battle for the last top 10 spot. Because Promotions staying behind now, but they're gonna have lap by Nuno, so they're gonna have to use an overtaking line for now. Until there's no one to lap them. So you can see now, this is quite funny. His Promotions is staying behind Gironi, they're gonna have to let Danny Mater pass, but now there he goes, Promotions trying to take advantage of that. He goes for the outside, there he goes, Promotions taking P10. But now Gironi's gonna try and take it back and going side by side a little bit there, but now Gironi's gonna take the inside line. Once again, he makes the move there. Happy to P10 again. In the meantime, we got Anti versus Corville. Actually, not really, because Anti has much better tires, so very likely to run away. In the meantime, we see Nomska now pitting for the mediums. Actually, he's taking out those mediums. I don't know which tire he's gonna take. It's gonna be the soft tires. I think that's gonna be his last pit stop, actually. Because yeah, it's only 7 laps to go. So I'm curious to see Nuno's strategy. I think Nandi has made his last pit stop already. Oh, there he goes now. Nuno up into the pit, going to the pits right now. Pitting behind Craf. There he goes now. Where he's gonna come out? He's gonna be still ahead of Nandi, and I think it is. There he goes. Nuno has made his last pit stop and successfully he's kept the lead of the race. Kind of, but yeah, Danny said he's gonna have to pit it to the end, so I don't really think he's gonna keep that lead of the race for much longer. He should probably pit now with 5 laps to go. I think that will make the most sense. Okay, leading the way. He's only done 4 pit stops right at the moment. It's half of what Nuno has done. 8 pit stops. He has made the most pit stops out of everyone, but still he's leading the way. It's a really impressive performance by the Portuguese driver. As you see now, Bull and Sobel very close to each other, but Sobel has to pit. So there he goes. Omskar is now in P5 at the moment, and is very likely to keep that position unless he can pass Buda, who has hard tires. But Buda tires will certainly get better in the end of the race. So Omskar really is on the rush and he really needs to catch up to the Estonian driver. Okay, looking at the podium, I'm very curious to see when Danny pits. I think he might be in for a disaster in the end, because he's not going to keep the lead of the race to the end of the race. I don't think so. Like, his hard tires are really old and soon Nuno will catch him. You can see he's not that far away right now. He's less than a second behind. Who as you see Cloud is getting announced. I think the only thing that can save Danny right now for the race win is it's basically rain, I would say. And you see now Nuno driving on the inside. Now Danny's gonna go for the pit stop. There he goes. He almost got Nuno in there, but Nuno managed to avoid him now. He's gonna keep now gonna be in the actual lead of the race. As you see, Nani in second. He has done quite an impressive race. Of course, the rain really helped him a lot, and he was 6 seconds ahead in the lead. Now he has managed to keep a second place. We see now Danny keeping third now with his pit stop, so I think not much of a disaster. This was actually the positions that he was fighting for. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna take this third place. He's in a really good position to do it. So, but now Buddha still with all tires is gonna try and pass him. Well, this could be the teammates scrapping up positions with Dom's Bravery trying to benefit from that. There he goes now. Dom's trying to go for his sideline, but yeah, that move on his side of the last time doesn't really work that well often. You really need to push the other driver a bit wide there. at least when talking about the AI. But there he goes now. Nom's gonna make his move on this straight line. With 1.5 lap to go, this is really a big battle. He's about to for P4 at the moment, I think. Now then he's gonna start running away with 3rd place. But there he goes now. Buda try to maybe go for the inside. Ooh, doesn't work well. What can he do next now? Maybe have the look on the inside. But there he goes now. He's gonna have right on the last lap. But just it's the final lap, no one is gonna pit, so you're gonna have a really slidey last lap here. As Nuno is leading the way, only half a lap to go for him. Yeah, he's very looking good for the win. Even getting lucky with the rain is not gonna stop him today. As you can see now, he's gonna make the final corner, and there you go. Nuno is gonna win the Kymi Ring or the Finnish Grand Prix, and he's gonna be 6th win of the season. With now Danny taking yet another podium this season, and Danny as well in 3rd place. Now we see Nomskar in P4 is gonna finish there. We see Buda after starting from P12 is gonna finish in P5. Really amazing recovery from Buda. And we see now Anti finishing P6, and once again I reduced the countdown again. That was for Monday League. As we see now Sobo finishing P7, Grandie is gonna finish P8. So there he goes, Nuno takes the win and also the fastest lap, 42.42. Then Andy is gonna finish in 2nd, and then he's gonna complete the podium. Then Noms and Buda completed the top 5. Here we see the NTH sandwich with some Sobel meat there. Anti is finishing P6, then Sobo and Grandie. Then we got the Fox and Goose racing drivers Corfit and Gironi finishing in the top 9. Corfit was starting up for something at the start, but the rain really screwed his plans basically. Then we got Pumushu's in P11, just ahead of Kado. Then we got Kubo just ahead of Bletzy. Then we see a restart Craf in P15 and P16, so basically 2 positions gained from them as they started from the last row. And then we see Suicide and I told these words finishing P17 and P18 respectively. Only 1 second separated by each other. That's quite interesting. But yeah, guys, this was the race. Once again, I hope you guys like it, and let's see how right these results will be, or how equal they will be from the actual race this Sunday. So yeah, guys, see ya.